Welcome to episode 120 of the Red River Horror Podcast, where we dive hook, line, and sinker into the entire I Know What You Did Last Summer franchise, starting with the 1997 teen scream classic that had us all checking our foggy mirrors twice. It's the OG with Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and a hook wielding fisherman, grossing over $125 million for Sony. Kevin Williamson's script took Lois Duncan's novel and turned it into 90s slasher gold. Then came I Still Know What You Did Last Summer in 1998. Julie James heads to the Bahamas for some reason, only to find that she hasn't escaped the fisherman's hook just yet. It's got Brandy, Mackay Pfeiffer, and a wild, ridiculous twist. Its tropical vibe had some charm, but it was markedly worse than the original. Which paved the way for a straight to DVD third installment, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, to be released in 2006, straight to video, no original cast, and a supernatural fisherman. It's like the franchise totally got lost at sea and washed up with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. But hold up. It's 2025's I Know What You Did Last Summer here to revive the podcast. The franchise, not a podcast. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, it's directed by Jennifer Kaytin Robinson. It's a legacy sequel with Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt back as Ray and Julie, alongside new blood like Madeline Klein and Chase Sui Wonders. Five friends, another car accident cover up, and a fisherman out for revenge. Sound familiar? Too familiar. Critics are split. Some call it a fun meta throwback with solid jump scares and killer twists. Others say it never quite finds its audience with a script written by your neighbor's 16-year-old daughter on TikTok. Did the 2025 requel sink or swim? Let's find out on episode 120 of the Red River Horror Podcast.
Welcome to the Red River Horror Podcast, where the channels of fear wind through the shadows of your darkest nightmares. From cursed horror films and bone-chilling tales to whispered interviews and the desolate echoes of abandoned places, we explore every sinister current. Grip your oars tightly and brace for the journey ahead. Now, guiding you through the murky waters, your host, Joe Zakrzewski, joined by Red River Horror founder, Eddie Caiazzo.
This is nothing. I know what you did last summer. Ooh, what a crock of shit.
Welcome back to the Red River Horror Podcast. I am your host, Joe Zakrzewski, joined by RedRiverHorror.com founder Eddie Caiazzo. Hey, Ed, how's it going?
Oh, Joe, man, I'm doing okay. It's a little bit hot. A little bit hot out. We're in the dog days of summer, as they say, man. But what are you gonna do?
It's the whole summer's been a dog day. It's been brutal, but we're here. Big thanks to Chris and Sean for coming on to discuss abandoned places on the last episode. I mean, it sounds like you guys sounded fun, like you guys had a good time. Hopefully they had fun doing it with you.
Yeah, it was a good time. We held down the fort as best we could, Joe, but I was missing you the entire time, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
So now you got to go to some abandoned places now too.
I guess so. I mean, it's been a long time since I've done something like that.
Nah, but
Yeah,
it's good.
I felt like I was watching Sean channeling his inner Bert Kreischer eating an Uncrustable on the show.
The legend of the Uncrustable. I had no idea how far that would go. I mean, that has been the talk of the town. But yeah, I mean, we try our best to keep it as professional as possible. But Sean, I guess he just got hungry and made a memorable moment. If America's Funniest Home Videos still existed, this would make the montage for sure.
Yeah. Comedian Bert Kreischer. He's known to eat Uncrustables while recording.
Oh,
Or just because he doesn't shut up about Uncrustables. So
he's a big Uncrustable fan.
Big Uncrustable fan.
Yeah. Well, so there's a lot of bad stuff in Uncrustables. So for my son, we have to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with, the mom approved ingredients. But to make it an Uncrustable, we have this like bear thing that you clamp down on it and it seals the sides, and then you pull it up and it just looks like a bear Uncrustable. It's wild.
They're very easy to make at home.
Yeah. But
I
anyway, yes, the legend of the Uncrustable. I didn't know. I don't even know who Bert Kreischer is. He's a comedian, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where Sean probably got it. I thought the Uncrustable was a Red River Horror original, but apparently not.
No,
Oh man.
no. They're well known in the comedy podcast verse.
For people eating
So,
Uncrustables. Okay.
well, just Bert Kreischer eating Uncrustables. So
We'll have to ask. I think our buddy Steve Morrison should join us from Preston and Steve. They talk to
okay.
Bert Kreischer a lot. I think he's usually good for one episode around the Halloween season, give some of his picks. So maybe
Yeah,
we'll
I mean,
see if Bert Kreischer ate around Crustable on Preston and Steve.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
So, that's his shtick. Well, his shtick is being drunk all the time, but he's not an alcoholic, etc. Whatever.
Okay. Well, Joe, I feel like we're delaying the inevitable because you and I saw a movie together just before you were on the road for a little bit. Um,
Yep.
but we're delaying the inevitable. We said we're going to go see this movie and then we're going to go talk about it. And I don't think you and I quite knew what we were totally in for. So it gave me a little time to think about how I wanted to do this episode when you came back. And I think that, let's try and run through the series itself, like the series of I Know What You Did Last Summer. And then we'll get to our experience seeing the latest that's currently or soon it's got well, I don't know if it's still in theaters or not. E- we'll get there. We'll get there. But let's
Doesn't matter.
I wanted to go back to 1997, the days of the still VHS. That's when I rented I Know What You Did Last Summer from West Coast Video, and it was on VHS. So the first time I saw this movie was there, and then pretty cool. Last year I was able to see a 35 millimeter print at the Colonial Theater where we went to that's famous for the Blob, but where we
Mhm.
went to the First Glance Film Festival. So I have a special place in my heart for the 1997 I Know What You Did Last Summer. So I guess let's just start there, and then we'll see where we go.
Yeah. So, I mean, as you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer came out in 1997. The story follows four teenagers: Julie James, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt; Helen Shiver, is it Shivers? I can't remember. Yeah, it's Helen Shivers, right?
Yep.
And that's Sarah Michelle Gellar's character; Barry Cox, played by Ryan Phillippe; and Ray Bronson, Freddie Prinze Jr. I mean, talk about a powerhouse of young talent back then.
Mhm.
Is that where Freddie Prinze and Sarah Michelle Gellar like started dating?
I mean, it would have had to have been, right?
Or did they hold off until Scooby Doo?
Ooh, Scooby Doo, Love Blossoming on what was that called? Skull Island? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're still together to this day. So
Something. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Hey, in Hollywood, I mean that's awesome. So good
yeah.
for them. But anyway, so these four they accidentally hit a pedestrian with their car on a coastal road after a night of partying. They cover up the incident by dumping the body in the ocean, believing the man is dead. A year later, they receive threatening messages from someone claiming, "I know what you did last summer." And they are stalked by our old hook wielding killer seeking revenge. The film, based loosely on Lois Duncan's 1973 novel, blends teen drama with suspense and horror. It was produced by Neil H. Moritz, Eric Feige, and Stokely Chafin. The response from critics: the film received mixed reviews. Critics praised its stylish direction, Williamson's sharp post-scream script, and the charismatic young cast. However, some criticized its formulaic plot and lack of originality compared to Scream. It holds a 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's based on 116 reviews at the time we are recording this podcast, with Roger Ebert giving it 1 out of 4 stars, calling it dumbed down Scream knockoff, while Entertainment Weekly lauded its popcorn thrills. Audiences were more enthusiastic, drawn by the attractive cast and the 90s teen horror craze. The film grossed 125 million worldwide against the $17 million budget, becoming a commercial hit. It developed a cult following, particularly for its iconic chase scenes and the fisherman's menacing presence, cementing its status as a staple of 90s slasher cinema. And then let's give it our boat ratings and we can talk about it for a couple seconds. I mean, I will keep I think I Know What You Did Last Summer is mandatory watch for anybody who wants to see 90s this 90s slasher revival. And so for me, it's a 4 out of 5 boat.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a must watch for anybody who says I want to know these movies, and that's usually what pushes a high three into a 4 point.
Oh man, I really like your way of thinking there. Whoa. I'm blown away by that though. But your reasoning is sound.
Yeah,
I guess it would be mandatory 90s slasher viewing, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And I get where the criticism comes from because it comes on the heels of Scream.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what comes next. Any move, like there was going to be another teen slasher, no matter what it was, is going to get compared to Scream from there on out. So
Sony wanted their stab at it, man. And they
yeah,
got
yeah.
uh-huh.
And it is popcorn thrills. That's what the first one is. It's fun.
I and you got like I thought Muse Watson's performance as the fisherman was good. That visual scared me when I was younger. I loved the what is the band Kula Shaker. I loved their cover of Hush by Deep Purple. Like that got me into the mood. And the Typo Negative. So you and I did go back and listen to we did in the summer the summer that nobody did excrement. That meme that was going around. You and I did did an episode on I know you did last summer 97 and we talked about like how cool the soundtrack was, but it is a staple of 90s slasher cinema, so it's a must watch. But like I do give it some extra points in that, it was written by Kevin Williamson. The guy, I mean, without Kevin Williamson, we don't have Scream. Yes,
Mhm.
obviously not the Wes Craven didn't direct. I know he did last summer, probably for the best, but um yeah. Well, what do you think is what are some more strengths of I Know What You Did Last Summer? So because it's just classic because it's a classic. Like at this point we're saying, you know, it needs to be seen because it's the first big, blockbuster slasher to follow Scream. So what from that movie would you take from it? What would you remember about the actual movie itself that you'd be like, "All right, that was pretty cool."
I think when you're going to compare it to Scream, like Scream has the iconic kills, right?
Yeah.
And that's something in I Know What You Did Last Summer they didn't miss. Specifically, Sarah Michelle Gellar's death in the movie is awesome. So, like, and yeah, I mean, that one really sticks out. But and the character itself is creepy. It fits the vibe. It's not a knife; it's a hook.
Hmm.
They're in a fishing town.
All
And
right.
what Fred? Yeah. So
Well, Joe, I mean, I'm blown away, but my rating for I Know What You Did Last Summer is a 3 out of 5 boater.
okay.
It's but yes, Scream. Now, like I hate to do the comparisons. I know everybody does them, but Scream is a 5 boater. From like the OG Scream,
Yeah.
the big guy. But yeah, no, I Know What You Did Last Summer. It still holds up. I still have to watch it surrounding 4th of July every year. I love the visuals. It's supposed to be, Southport, North Carolina. There's some nice rocky coastline that they filmed on the Pacific West Coast. So if North Carolina's coast looks like that, I'm in. But no, just beautiful shots. I love the they're telling the story of the Hookman like as they see it on the beach to start it. Yes, does it
Yeah.
help that they're all attractive people, especially at that time? Yes, it helps. But yeah, no, it was a fun ride, and the fisherman in the immediate in 1997, I would have been what 11, so I would have seen this movie first when I was 12 because of home video. I was scared of the fisherman when I had to go out and get the dog later at night and take the walk in,
Yeah.
you know.
And you're not near the water.
No, not near the water. But wait till we get to the third film in this franchise. It's gonna get quite ridiculous.
Okay.
But some
All
good
right.
memories with I Know What You Did Last Summer 97, The Hook, and of course our favorite Boogeyman, the Killer compilation. He was included in that, which is pretty cool.
made boogeymen, but that might have been recency bias if you really think about it. But that's a discussion for a whole other time.
It might have been, but going by your reasoning of it being a nice,
The
because
originality of the character.
Boogeymen came out in 2001, so that's the first slasher post Scream. The yes, recency bias, but it does deserve some love, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, let's take it over to this. Let's get to the sequel so we can get over to the our main event.
Oh yeah.
So I still know what you did last summer. The sequel, released only a year later, follows Julie James once again and Ray Bronson. So we got Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. back in action. The survivors of the first film as Julie wins a trip to a resort in the Bahamas, joined by her friend Carla, played by Brandy, and Carla's boyfriend Tyrell, Mackay Pfeiffer. There is a Mackay Pfeiffer in this movie.
Yes.
No, but he plays Tyrell. So anyway, just every time I see his name, just
The
lose yourself comes to mind.
yeah, the Eminem song.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no,
anyway, yeah,
but there is a Mackay Pfeiffer.
but there is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Julie, she's haunted by nightmares of the hook wielding fisherman Ben Willis, played by Muse Watson, who returns to stalk and kill. The tropical setting escalates into a deadly trap as secrets unravel, including a surprising twist about Ben's son, Will Ben's son, played by Matthew Settle. The film was produced by Neil H. Moritz, Eric Fage, and Stokely Chafin. Reception from the critics, the film received largely negative reviews, criticized for its convoluted plot, weak twists, and lack of original tension. It holds a 10% rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 62 reviews as of this podcast, with critics like James Beraldini calling it a by the numbers slasher that fails to recapture the first film's energy. The tropical setting and Brandy's performance earned minor praise, but the consensus was that it felt derivative and uninspired. Audience reception was mixed, but leaned more positive than the critics, fueled by the returning cast and 90s slasher popularity. The film grossed $40 million worldwide against a $24 million budget, a decent but underwhelming return compared to the original's $125 million. Fans appreciated Hewitt's emotional performance and exotic locale, but many felt the story was a step down, with the twist criticized as absurd, and retains a nostalgic following among some 90s horror enthusiasts.
All right, Joe.
Me not being one of them. This one was parodied a lot better by Broken Lizard with Club Dread.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. So in the parody realm, I mean, it's set up for decent parody kind of thing. But overall, I mean, this one was basic cash grab sequel, not much to it. My biggest memory of it, other than the twist and just being like it was feeling like okay, was a guy that we both grew up with. I was over at his house and we were watching it, and his dad came down. He was watching it with us and just kept asking how much I like asking me if I liked Jennifer Love Hewitt's Bubs. That's how he pronounced it. I was really uncomfortable. Unless you really want to just watch the cash grabs, a part of your, getting your list of horror movies you've seen. If you just want to see it just to say you did to follow through, you can go right ahead. But ultimately, this movie sits around a 2.5 for me.
mm-hmm.
You know, first one, just fits in with the vibe. I like that. And this is just a cheap, just, hey, request for more money.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna slide it down to a 2. That's all right to avoid the have thing, only because like 3 means hey, they did fine, they did a competent job, and it holds up. You could probably watch it again. 2 means you didn't like it, and then it just gets way worse from there.
There's no reason to. I mean, if we did halves, it'd be a 2.5. But it's a skippable movie with Mackay Pfeiffer. I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody we should be worried about, I mean, that guy had such like a meteoric rise and he vanished.
Yeah, he did have a really strong run before that, though.
Great run.
Yeah, I mean, that was like a 10-year run. Like, hey,
So, screw it. We're gonna do a Mekhi Pfeiffer episode.
we've mentioned him a bunch. I think we mentioned him in the Dawn of when we talked about Dawn of the Dead. We mentioned him.
He's great in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Fuck, we fucking love Mekhi Pfeiffer around here.
I wonder if we could get a hold of his people. Mekhi Pfeiffer's. Hey, could you come on a horror podcast? You
Maybe he would.
never know.
Maybe he would. Yes, it sits in the two. Like, is there anything from this one that sticks out to you?
So it's a two-boater for me. So, I know 97 three-boater. I still know as a two-boater only because I again, like at the age that I saw it, I enjoyed it at the time. I did go back and watch it recently, both last year and this year, and it's not a good movie.
Mm.
It's patently absurd. Why are they going to the Bahamas? What you know
Uh,
like it's so absurd. So they go to the Bahamas and then you replace Freddie Prince Jr. with Will Benson, right? And now
mhm.
Julie's down there and she's the star, and it's just like, oh, is she gonna hook up with him? Is she not? Oh, like, are they gonna kiss? Whatever. It's kind of like it's just like, why? Why would they be? It's like, do you want me to sleep in a different room? I don't even know if that happened, but it probably did. Um,
Yeah, yeah. No,
no, there's some cool kills. For Ray, Freddie Prinze Jr. character, his buddy gets hooked out of the car in the beginning. That was a cool kill. Um, Mekhi Pfeiffer, sorry, we're spoiling it. Yes, Mekhi Pfeiffer's death. That was a pretty cool kill. Um, but no, it's pretty bad.
yeah. Overall, there's just no. It's so. I know what you did last summer, and that's hard to make a sequel to. Just in the sense of the whole shtick is the note, and Scream's able to pull it off because they just stuck with the who done it thing, and then this
Yeah.
tried to do the who done it kinda,
Yeah, that's another thing.
and
Ooh,
it follows the same formula as Scream too. It's just like, use the child.
yeah.
So that's where the big swing and a miss comes from. So anyway,
And then
moving on. Oh no, you want to? What you got?
Freddie Prinze Jr., then he makes his way down to the Bahamas. Like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, it's not like Southport, North Carolina is close to the freaking Bahamas, man.
If he has a boat, it's not as far as you think. Because he's a boating guy. He could actually get to the Bahamas relatively easy.
Yeah, but it's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Stand him up. And
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I liked it back in the day. We have an uncredited Jack Black who gets a hook through the hand. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Um, there's for the people that like to indulge in marijuana, there's a funny scene there. Like, I could see stoners liking that part and Jack Black's character and all that stuff. But yeah, it's not a no, no. You can avoid it if you're a completionist, though. You got to see it. So
Yeah. It was when they were trying to sell Jack Black as like the funny man for a lot of things. And in his defense, he has had some hits. I think a lot of his like older work isn't quite as good as what he grew into.
yeah,
And that's a side conversation for like people my niece's age, maybe people in like their mid 20s. Like someone pointed out, just like you realize like Jack Black is like the Robin Williams to a younger generation. I'm like, and then if you look at his filmography, he does a lot of kids movies.
wow, huh?
Yeah,
I guess I never
like
thought of that.
yeah. And I think it's more of like the School of Rock. And then someone was just like, why did he get the Minecraft thing? Isn't he washed up? It's like, no, he's like really popular amongst kids.
Hmm. I never
So
thought he was washed up. Yeah, I mean, people love him. People love them some Jack Black. I can get it though. Yeah, a whole nother generation grew up with Kung Fu Panda and School of Rock, and
yeah,
he's a character.
I,
He's a
he
character.
sure is.
But
He
before that,
sure is.
he got a hook to the hand, and it
And
was
he had dreadlocks.
yes.
Yeah,
And
no, I am a Jack Black fan, but I'm not like I'm more of on the Tenacious D side of things. Um, but yeah, anywho,
this is just a tribute, Joe. It's just a tribute.
so it's not the greatest song in the world. But here's the question before we get And did you bother watching this before we recorded
I
our
still
direct? Huh?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes. Oh, yeah. You want to get into the third film in the franchise?
Yeah, I'll always know what you did last summer, which came out in 2006. I remember seeing the box and said, "No freaking way am I watching this. I will never watch this." And to this day, I haven't. I considered it. However, I was away with my daughter on a vacation, and I'm not going to ruin my vacation by watching this movie that I've never seen. But I have never heard anything, anything remotely like worth checking it out. So I'll always know what you did last summer, 2006. Direct to video slasher film, the third in the franchise, directed by Sylvain White and written by Michael D. Weiss. Unconnected to the previous film's characters, it follows a new group of Colorado teens. Amber, played by Brooke Nevin, Colby, played by David Patow, Zoe, played by Tori DeVito, Roger, played by Seth Packard, and PJ, played by Clay Taylor, who stage a prank claiming a fisherman's death only to be hunted a year later by a supernatural version of the hook wielding Ben Willis. Don Shanks, who played Michael Myers in Halloween 5, and the guy that gets his nuts punched in Dumb and Dumber, plays the hook man.
Yep.
Fun fact. The film shifts from the coastal settings of its predecessors to a small town, introducing a ghostly antagonist. It was produced by Neil H. Morris and Eric Fage. The film was panned by critics, earning a 0% ranking on Rotten Tomatoes based on 7 reviews at the time of this podcast. Reviewers criticized its lack of connection to the original cast, weak script, and uninspired shift to supernatural horror. The low budget production values and forgettable characters were also heavily criticized, with outlets like DVD Talk calling it a soulless cash grab that tarnished the franchise's legacy. The audience reception was similarly negative, with fans of the first 2 films disappointed by the absence of Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr., as well as the generic plot. The film failed to make a significant commercial impact due to its straight-to-video release and it lacks the nostalgic cult following of its predecessors. Viewers on platforms like IMDb, where it currently has a 3.6 out of 10 rating, noted some creepy moments, but found the story dull and the supernatural twist poorly executed. I have never seen it. Even that description makes me, I don't even know how anyone could call it a soulless cash grab when there's no cash to be made off of something like that. So I'm going to keep that at the bottom of the barrel. That's going to be a 0 out of 5 votes. Don't watch it. There's no reason to. Just act like it doesn't exist.
So I did watch it twice.
Did I guess right? Twice.
Twice. Yes. Yes, I have. So the thing is, it's set in Colorado at a ski resort. But Joe, it's the summertime. So I have no idea why it's set at a ski resort. I don't know if hey, you and I are in the indie film space. Maybe that was the only thing available. And they said, hey, yeah, use our ski resort in the summer to film this slasher film. Um, there's some shots where it looks like it's shot on not film, if that makes any sense. Uh,
Like a camcorder.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, maybe not that low, but a step above the quality of our first film, Chains, uh, is what some of it looks like. And yes, since you've never seen it, spoiler alert, it's Ben Willis, only he's a ghost, and for some reason he's in Colorado in the summer at a ski resort, offing people.
No. No. What? How does it end?
So the main girl, Amber, she gets out of there. Everybody else, I believe, died. But Amber, played by Brooke Nevin, she gets out, and it's a year later, and I don't remember if she receives a note or not, but she's on a road somewhere, and the camera's really tight to her, and then all of a sudden the camera moves a little bit, and then you see behind her, there's the hook man ready to get her.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that's worth. I don't know I mean, the whole straight to DVD craze from those like the aughts through the tens, like streaming has pretty much killed that at this point. 'Cause you don't see that as often.
It
You'll
it
see more remakes than
I do think they have their place though. Now, I'll always know what you did last summer. No. It's like we're going down. So for me, I saw it twice. I know what you did last summer, three boats. I still know two boats. This is a one boater for me. It doesn't get a zero because it is kind of cool that the guy that played um, Michael Myers in Halloween 5 is in it. Like Don Shanks is just severely underrated. He's a really good stunt guy. Um,
what is the rating of Halloween 5? Okay,
no, 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 no.
sorry.
No, it's just he's a really good stunt guy, just very underrated and in a lot of the things you see. So it was kind of cool that, he's someone that does get to revive,
Okay.
but be a slasher character in a number of things, this being just another one. So as far as I know what you did last summer, it's not it fell off the rails, and I don't know why you would even give the money to make something like this. That's where I don't like. So the straight to DVD guys, when they say it's a soulless cash grab, it's just like you said, what cash is there to grab? It was the home video rental market that strong in 2006?
Was the Jeep bin at a Best Buy where, believe it or not, you could actually like produce these low budget things
Mhm.
and they would sell, or you could put them in like a pack as like fluff to. So there was a strategy behind it. I listened to, so I can't remember which one it was. Just learning different things about other industries. One of them was Matt Damon was has talked about it a few times about like you didn't care as much if your movie failed at the box office because the DVD sales would pick it up. There's no DVD sales like that anymore. So it was one of those things where it's like, oh, you could even do that double package. Like you remember you go to like a Best Buy, a Target, um, when the big box stores really took over everywhere, and there'd just be
I
these
actually
mix packs.
That makes sense because I have a mix pack. I know what you did last summer. I still know, and I'll always know on one DVD pack.
Yeah,
Yes. It's you could buy that same pack that I have, you can literally pick up right now on Amazon for like $9.
yeah.
So
So that's going to be a conversation for another time, but we'll talk about physical media collections and all that good stuff.
so there was a reason for so then when we do get into that, because I know you know somebody that is into that, especially the physical media side of it. So there is a strategy to it. So then they released that, hoping that someone like me would walk into a Best Buy and say, "Huh, oh, I know what you did last summer. I know that movie, yeah," and then grab it and pick it up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that was exactly it. It was like, oh, well, you can always throw it in these DVD bins
Yeah.
and just find different ways to sell it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Not bad. But I do think I will kick back real quick, and then maybe we are going to do a physical media episode, which I'm actually really really excited about. Um, I will kick back on the straight to DVD thing though. I thought that at least the Lost Boys, the Tribe, was fun because like Corey Feldman was in, like he wanted to do it. You know what?
yeah.
I mean? Like so, no, is it the Lost? I mean, we got Tom Savini for God's sake, and those they had two Lost Boys straight to DVD releases that we watched, and I thought they were just fine.
Well, they knew what they were and they were fun.
Yeah,
Like don't try and be something you're not.
yeah. Don't expect the Lost Boys, but if you
Yeah,
like Tom Savini and you like Corey Feldman and you like Angus Sutherland, um,
just let it happen.
yeah. But I do think there's a place for him. I'll always know though does not live up to that um
Yeah.
that aughts, as you said, B movie status. It just doesn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'll have to like maybe I'll do like a once I if I have the time do a deeper dive into the shift in the industry from straight to DVDs to now. Again, man, I'm telling you, it just feels like it's more and more remakes than ever before. Um, but that hey, that's just the way it goes. But let's get to the main event here. I know what you did last summer, 2025.
Do you want me to do this one? I put in,
Uh
I
what? Yep.
editorialized a little bit. You'll find out though. I
Uh,
editorialized this one.
oh
Won't
yeah.
for this. Yeah, just a part of it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll give it a shot.
All right.
All right. I Know What You Did Last Summer is a legacy sequel to the 1997 slasher film directed by Jennifer Caton Robinson, who co-wrote the screenplay with Sam Lansky. Based on the story by Leah McKendrick and Robinson. Set 27 years later after the original Southport massacre, the film follows five friends: Ava Bucks, played by Chase Sui Wonders, Danica Richards, played by Madeline Klein, Milo, played by Jonah Howard King, and Teddy, played by Tyreek Withers, and Stevie, played by Sarah Pigeon, who cover up a fatal car accident caused by their reckless behavior. A year later, they're stalked by a hook wielding killer who knows their secret. They seek help from survivors Julie James, Jennifer Love Hewitt's back, and Ray Bronson. Freddie Prinze Jr. is back, reprising their roles. The cast also includes Billy Campbell, the rich dad that makes the death of these kids cause the that these kids cause disappear. Gabrielle Bechtel, who plays Tyler, the host of Live, Laugh, Slaughter podcast, and Austin Nichols, who plays the corrupt pastor Judah Gillespie. The film was produced by Neil H. Moritz with executive producers Jennifer Caton Robinson, Karina Raharja, and Jackie Chanu. Filming took place in Sydney and Los Angeles with a score by Chanda Dancy.
Here we are, Joe.
Here
2020.
we are.
I know what
The
you summer.
The film received mixed reviews, earning a 38% rating on Rotten Tomatoes out of 184 reviews, with critics noting its nostalgic appeal, but criticizing its lack of originality and uneven pacing. Some, like Slash Film's BJ Colangelo, praised its meta humor and gory kills, calling it a successful requel, while others, like Roger Ebert's Brian Tallarico, was it Talercio or Tallarico?
Talarico.
Tallarico, deemed it just dumb with a poorly written script. The film's visual style and Madeline Klein's performance were highlighted positively, but the killer reveal and rush plot drew criticism. Audience reactions were polarized, as seen in posts on X and reviews. Fans of the original appreciated the return of Hewitt and Prince, with some calling it a bold and campy revival with brutal kills. Others found it disappointing, citing a weak story, lackluster characters, and with an unsatisfying twist, with sentiments ranging from excitement for its nostalgia to frustration over its similarity to the 1997 film. Film grossed 46 million worldwide against a projected 13 to 17 million opening weekend, indicating moderate commercial success. Yeah,
So
ish.
they made it for about 17 to 18 million dollars. As at the least the time of this podcast, it grossed 46 million worldwide. Usually you have to triple what the movie cost. So they're not quite there yet in order to get the sequel. So to get the sequel, you usually, I think that's the rule in the movie biz, right? Maybe your friend John can correct me, but I think if they make three times the budget, then you're good. You get greenlit for a sequel. So Joe, this one hangs in the balance. So
Hopefully not. Oh my God.
so you
This
guys saw
is
this in the theater together. And again, we're not usually we've gotten closer on some things with age and further apart on some things. When we were younger, we were a lot more polarized. Uh, but we felt pretty similarly about this one. I'll let you start.
yeah. Um, But it was cool. It was great seeing Freddie Prince Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, um, and then some other surprise cameos in there. So if you want to see it, we won't spoil those. There is an after credit scene that we missed because we couldn't wait to get out of there,
Yeah.
because it feels like it's about to end maybe two or three times before it actually does.
Oh, does it? Yeah.
Um, with the actual ending being probably some of the most unnecessary and then failed jokes. Like I don't, if it felt like a like who who gave these people this money to like, was it not checked by anybody? I like people we've interviewed talking about like the studio being on top of them for like, was there nobody like like nobody quality checking this?
I, I don't know, man. I look at it as that it just had to have such enthusiasm from the legacy characters that I'm guessing it was almost like when they asked Jamie Lee Curtis about H2O. It's kind of like if these people are in, then we're in. Um,
Yeah, that's like the whole meta thing. Like people who are saying it's meta is like they know it's bad.
right.
Like I don't think that was the intention.
I don't think so either. No, I don't think that Jennifer Caton Robinson set out to make a bad film,
I don't think so either.
but it's a bad.
But it's very bad in just the whole built. There's so much time dedicated to nothing that it takes away from what they try to build to be like the final showdown. Like that almost turns into a blip, whereas like the first kill, like first kill's kind of cool,
Yeah,
but
the fisherman's first time back on screen to kill somebody. Yeah, it's cool, but do we care about who he kills?
no. And why does it take so long?
Right.
And like some of the others, and then there's some that are quick, and it like live, laugh, slaughter gets hurt. Like, I get the idea, but also that was pretty fucking stupid. Like, this is bad.
Well,
And in every sense of the word, from the writing is all like did nobody being like, hey, you're taking a real long time to get to. I try not to take my phone. I try not to like take my phone out of my pocket in a movie theater because I just want it. But I'm like, we got to be over an hour in, and it's like we're not even close to like the main cast getting it. Like, it just felt off. The pacing, um, you know, I don't like giving. I don't know. I can't. I don't think I can say that the acting's terrible because I don't think the acting is probably the strongest part of it.
I mean, they've really they're especially like, again, you got to remember we're a little bit older now. The Madeline Klein who played Danica,
Yeah.
she already comes with a fan base. So
Uh,
so Madeline Klein, like from the social media space, but so there are a lot of people praising her performance. Um, I think that Jennifer Love Hewitt is lauded pretty much. Like people liked her performance, her being reprising the role. And not just because it's her, like they think that she took it seriously and took it the right way, like paid homage to her character. Um,
sure. I mean, I get what they were doing, but the whole Ray, like their whole thing with the Freddie Prince Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt, like the way they wrote their characters into it, it's like I get it, but that was kind of crap.
yeah,
Even the way they kill like it's just like, oh, to their negligence, it's like they're adults. What the what
you
the
know,
fuck are you doing? Like, and they
I
weren't even like
I
they
like
weren't even
Teddy, Tyreek Withers. I thought he was pretty good.
sure.
He was Danica's first. Like they were. That's another thing. So I don't think we're spoiling much here by talking about it. So, Danica and Teddy are set to get married, right? And it's like Teddy's rich. His dad's kind of the fixer for everything. Like he owns the town. He made, Southport into a booming place after the slaughter of 1997, because like obviously that's a real thing that happened in the town. So, Teddy's dad kind of runs the joint and he's about to marry Danica. So they have their engagement celebration. and Joe, I'm only bringing it up to what could have been cool. They go to Reaper's Curve. So if you see some of the promotional material for it, Reaper's Curve is just like, well, that's pretty cool, where they all watched the fireworks when they were younger. Um, but I thought Teddy's character was cool. But so yeah, go ahead, Joe. Yeah, bringing us up to how they actually get. How does the death happen for someone eventually to know what they did last summer? How do we get there?
It's not even like honestly, the way the movie's shot, it makes it seem like it's the driver's fault.
I agree.
Like that's the whole thing. It's like we can't tell anyone what we did. It's like, yes, you can. That car came flying around and swerved to get out of the way. Like they were, that car was flying,
Yeah,
just like the one that came by before. It's like one, so they're driving aggressive. It falls in. You tried to save them.
right.
I
They
don't
did.
understand. It's like, what do you like? You the only thing you did wrong was to stop to watch the fireworks, but that's something that had been done before. Like that seems to be like a thing.
Hmm.
I don't think any of them would have served any jail time over that.
No.
I don't even think you could get a involuntary manslaughter charge on them because it's like it's going to be their words against no one's and be
Right.
like that car came flying around the curb. We tried to save him and we couldn't.
Yep.
What the fuck? Like what? Like this is so stupid. Like who like read them? Like yeah,
It was the dumbest. And Joe, there's a lot of. So I glossed over something, and I'll always know what you did last summer. In that, how the person dies for someone to ultimately know what they did last summer, how the person dies was kind of like a prank gone wrong,
okay.
like a carnival. So it's just like, all right, different. Nobody's in a car, so it's different from the book, different from the movies. You know what I mean? Like it at least takes a different approach in the beginning, so that it's just kind of a prank gone wrong. That happened, and then the dude died, and then somebody, a ghostly Ben Willis is killing on his behalf a year later. But so I also watched the TV show. Holy crap, that was bad. I mean, Joe, that was really.
We weren't even going to talk about that. I was like pretending it didn't exist.
But how the person dies in that, and again, not spoiling anything. If you really want to watch the TV show, it never got re-upped. It was on Amazon Prime. It was awful.
I
But
did
oh, you watched it
one episode.
because that's where we left off when we did the last podcast. So I said, you know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna watch it. I'm in. Oh, I
yeah.
watched it. Holy crap. But even that, like, so how they kill the person is they hit them with the car. So like that's plausible. That makes sense. Like I got that. So I know what you did last summer. They accidentally hit the guy with the car, Ben Willis. Here's make sure he's really dead. Okay, and now we have two movies out of that. I'll always know what you did last summer. A prank gone wrong. Um, now we have. I know what you did last summer. A year later, then we have the TV show. Which, oh, okay, they hit somebody with the car and they died. Makes sense. Now we get to 2025, and yeah, the dude's driving like a jackass and takes Reaper's Curve way too fast, tries to swerve way too late, and yes,
It's called Reaper's Curve, and then just who the guy is in is just like some dude,
I
and it's like
know.
what? I mean, like how is that not being like, hey, it's just the way the dialogue continues from the movie, like, oh, what we did. It's just like if anybody's fault, it's the cops' fault for covering up rather than providing, you know, any closure to the actual situation. Not only that, the fucking Stevie or whatever was there. It's like you took everything from me. It's like, did they?
Yeah.
You could have done. You could have like.
Ah,
I mean, what?
no, the story
Oh
was,
my god! And then, oh, dude, this movie. I said it somewhere like on a what Joe got us into that Killer Flicks group. I
yeah,
was like, this should just be. Can you just burn it, pretend it didn't exist, and try again with, you know, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze? Can we just try again?
that's a more optimistic take than I had, Joe. I was so like, And I shouldn't be because again, I try and be optimistic. I always say the time spent with horror is always time well spent, even if a movie's bad. This deflated me after I'll always know what you did last summer and the stupid TV show. Now to get to this and bring back the legacy characters, it's like what I said. So you'd like to just see a redo, maybe in 20 years, they can have the geriatric revenge plot, which would be fine, and they just redo it, and the only one that exists is the first one. That's
I
optimistic.
I hate that, and that's the only thing that could save this from being considered a franchise. We're just calling it that because there's a lot of bullshit with the name on it,
Yes.
but good God.
And that's where I was. I will tell you, I was upset about it, and I don't know if I ever want to see anything with the name on it again. Like just if you all the people involved in this one, if you have another idea, please don't try and slap this badge on it. Please don't make a sequel. And what's worse, what's really upsetting is yes, looking in the Killer Flicks group and some other places, is some people like it, and that's what's so upsetting. So now it's like I'm hoping that they don't. I hope everybody that made the film gets paid and gets paid well. And I don't wish ill on anybody because we all have jobs to do, and there were competent people and people employed in making that film. So I feel for anybody in any industry, and I don't want anybody to not get paid. Right. At the same time, bury this damn thing. I don't want it to make triple its budget. I don't want them to make a sequel to this one. It's got to be over. You had how many hooks at it? No, it's done. Like we're done. We're done here. No more I knows.
No.
That's it.
Put a bow on it. I mean, this was, I mean, first time I've seen people walking out of a movie since Bruno, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Bruno, I didn't. No, where did we? So we've been in a few situations where people walked out. The first one was the Ring 2,
yeah.
right? People were walking out of that. People were walking out of The Happening.
Yep.
What else? The Ring 2 Happening. I'm just trying to think of when. Oh, actually, when I was in Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I liked, and if you're a Godzilla fan, like this gave you everything you wanted. It was if you said Gareth Edwards didn't give you enough in the 2014 Godzilla King of the Monsters did. Everybody was fighting. But like Bradley Whitford kept coming up with these, and they were written for him. It's not his fault, but he was doing like these zingers all throughout the movie. After like the third one, somebody did get up and walk out of that movie. They were just like,
Yeah.
get the hell out of here. So I've
Yeah.
been in three movies that I can recall, two with you, The Ring 2 and The Happening, where people just straight up walked out. And I didn't take notice this time around. I think my jaw was on the floor, Joe, when we were
Yeah,
watching.
there were about six people that got up and like because the ending, it's like when is this gonna stop? And you feel like it's over, but it's not over.
No.
So there was like the first one, people got up, and then some people got up before they finished. Like, so I'm not saying like people were walking out early, but people were done with it.
Yeah.
Um, and I keep finding myself, it's like, am I being overly critical? I think Stacy's is really her reviews really good, but I'm taking that as I don't think she likes the first one either, but can see that the first one has an audience,
Hmm.
whereas this one does not know what its audience is. And again, they're adults acting like children. And I can understand that there are rich, like they're rich. So I
Sure.
guess a rich 25-year-old, 27-year-old, however they're old supposed to be, would act that way.
Yes.
Um, but
Yes.
my God,
It,
it was
but the whole premise, like it is absurd. The characters act absurd. The reason for the I know what you did last summer, like the reason for that note to be passed on and people to die is absurd. Uh, um,
yeah,
no, I was trying to go through this exercise myself, and I get it. Like maybe, you alluded to this before when I think you were talking about when Scream had returned and you said, okay, like I got to remember that now this is not just made for me. Like it is like, yes, I'm part of the audience, but I'm not who they're going after.
right.
And is this just the Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok generation getting their are they getting what they're coming to see? Is that what's being fed to them and we're just, moving toward the end of the spectrum as far as being hip enough to go to the movies and watch a horror flick?
See, here's the thing. I've got what, at least 9 cousins that are in that demographic,
Yeah.
and the ones that like horror are like, nah,
Okay.
no. They're excited for other newer things like Welcome to Derry. Um, or the what's oh, I'm drawing a blank. Dave Franco, Allison Brie looks incredible. I can't wait to see it.
Together?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Um,
that's out now.
yeah. So there's so much other good stuff that this one is really just it's mindless nonsense, which hopefully somebody enjoyed it if they spent money on it. Definitely was not us. Uh, a- and I gotta tell you, it's like I'm not trying to be negative all the time. I feel like I've gotten to like a negative streak. This is shit, and we can't just tolerate it. There's a lot of people like in like the fan groups and everything where they just have this positive energy and they just like everything or find the good in everything. That's great. I can do that for some things, but when there's really nothing redeeming this, where's there to look?
No, and I'm with you, Joe. And I tend to lean towards the people. Like again, I try to be optimistic about everything. I try to give everything a shot. And just because it's been, it's very hard to do. It's very hard to make a good horror film, right? So, we've talked to people that have been in the business and how, the things they've had to do to get their film to stream on a place, even like Tubi or Amazon Prime, whatever, picked up for distribution. So like I always try to be as positive as I can, but this I wanted to like it so bad, especially because everything has gotten progressively worse. I still know, I'll always know the TV show. It's just like, come on, we are due. We are so due. And then they released that shot with the first kill in the movie. I'm just like, okay, this should be good. I wanted it to be good and it just wasn't. And I think it scarred me a little bit in that whereas I do come from the place of some of those people like, yay, everything's awesome. This beat me down pretty bad. This kind of beat that out of me.
It's not there. And it's one of those things where there's again like the new Halloween trilogy that happened, I didn't really like any of those, but it's I could see how someone could. This it's just not there unless you're I don't know, an airhead of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sucked. That sucked, but I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 vote so that someone can watch it for themselves and you can waste your goddamn time because it is not worth mine.
No, I will not be owning the steel book of the 2025. I know what you did last summer. I'm with you, Joe. 1 out of 5.
Uh-uh, uh-uh.
It's not a zero. I've seen zeros. We've seen zeros. It's not that, but it's not good. It's
No.
put a hook in this entire series. Watch the first. If there's a screening of the first one on 35 millimeter, like I got to see last year, go do it. That was a blast.
Yeah.
But be done with this.
Call it a day. Don't like it just don't. I can tell you know what you should do if you're thinking about it, like, oh, I want to watch something new before I get to the theaters. Watch Death of a Unicorn, I think it's called, starring Paul Rudd and Olivia from Screen Olivia Wednesday. Why am I drawing a blank?
Oh, Jenna Ortega. Jenna
Oh,
Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. Why am I saying Olivia? I can't. Oh, there's just yeah, Jenna Ortega. My bad. It's the O. Sorry, Jenna Ortega. But
The same.
starring Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, as well as some other familiar faces. It's called Death of a Unicorn. It's on HBO Max right now. It is right up my alley. If you know anything about me, that is horror comedy. I absolutely love those, especially if it's aware that it's absurd. And boy, howdy, was this absurd. Not great, but self aware.
Well, here's the only thing. You know me and animals, Joe. That's the only
Yeah.
thing. So is the death of the unicorn sad?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. All right. So
I mean,
if the death of the unicorn isn't sad, if we're not seeing this thing like die in Jenna Ortega's arms or something like that, then I think I'm good. I could probably watch that one.
yeah, you'll be okay.
Um, That's
You'll be
literally,
okay.
you know my brain. You've known me so long. You know how my brain works. I literally, that's all I could think of when that pops up. If you're scrolling through HBO Max, it's like, oh, oh, I don't know if I want to see the unicorn die.
It's stupid and it knows it's stupid. So
Okay.
like at first when I saw the cast, I'm like, how is this not in theaters?
Hmm.
And it's like, and then you watch like, okay,
Oh my.
okay, gotcha.
But Joe, you and I have covered this year extensively. I mean, I think too, man. I know what you did last summer, 2025 was just in a crowded field of awesome. Like
Hmm.
your favorite movie up to this point, Bring Her Back. I was completely like Final Destination Bloodlines just reinvigorated me. Like I'm like, wow, like somebody can take this movie and make a real legacy or like a real sequel and do it right. So I just love that. Nosferatu. I know you weren't as high on it, but I loved Longlegs because it actually scared me. Like there were some things that actually scared me in it. So
Okay.
so like you're in a crowded field and then you drop crap like that. Like I know what you did last summer. Like man, it's just the competition's too stiff. You got Together out now, Weapons, um oh my gosh, the Hell House. Talk about a
Mhm.
series. So for I know what you did last summer with all the money in the world and all the talent in the world to make competent sequels. They haven't been able to make one. Hell House, I've loved every single one of them. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hell House has been an interesting one. I really can't wait to see the next one. Because it looks like they've got a higher budget than they ever had before.
Yeah.
So Hell House LLC Lineage, that's what we're talking about, and that's coming. What's the release date for that?
Not found footage, cinematic for the first time, which is
Yeah.
damn cool. I think that's August 20th, I think.
Yeah. So big congrats to Stephen Cognetti on that. Like unbelievable. Especially like when you watch like even the film quality from the first one to the second, like they just kept going and kept a decent story.
Get through
I,
4 movies. Like I
yeah.
thought after I because I loved the first one so much that I thought for sure I was gonna hate the second one. It's just like, all right, do I just end it here? I'll watch Hell House LLC, I'll watch the director's cut, and then maybe during the fall season, over the years, I'll catch up on these things. No, I watched the second one. I'm like, oh, that was actually good. And I
Yeah.
watched the third one and I'm like, oh, that was actually good. And then the fourth one, I'm like, holy crap, this is that. What are we doing here? I mean, they made 3 competent sequels. I know what you did last summer. What the hell are you doing? Hell House has it down.
Dude, we're about to get a ton more.
Yep.
Like a ton. So you got Hell House coming in, which is a sleeper for anybody who hasn't seen the Hell House series. Definitely get in there, watch it. I think it's going to be a good time. You've got uh The Strangers Part Two is coming in September. You've got The Conjuring Last Rites. So I guess this will be it for that one.
Which
You've
looks
got
pretty good. Like the last
yeah,
Conjuring movie, The Devil Made Me Do It, was a letdown, but this one looks good. This one looks like James Wan did get involved and said, "Hey, we're gonna put some good scares in it. We'll see how it goes, but it looks
yeah.
good."
And then we got Zach Krager coming back with Weapons.
Yeah, man.
So who knows what kind of a trip that could be. I'm really happy for that guy to see where his career is going. And you believe it or not, you've watched him since we were in the basement
Wow. What was his
because
first?
he was on that sketch comedy show I love, The Whitest Kids You Know. And his I think he was directorial debut was Miss March, if you remember that, where he's in a that's him. He's in a coma and then he wakes up. It's everywhere.
And now he's making a film like Weapons.
Yeah, Barbarian Weapons. So now he's in the horror space. R.I.P. to Trevor Moore, who was the tall guy. He died a couple years ago trying to suck his own dick, and
Really?
that's what they said.
Wow.
No, he fell, but they were doing like their own Whitest Kids You Know podcast, and they're like, he would want us to tell everyone he died trying to suck his own dick, not.
Well,
Yeah, so that guy does horror now. The one of them is still kicking. So
Right.
Really looking forward to that. There's a remake of Anaconda. Remember how I was talking about remakes? Speaking of our
Yeah.
Paul Rudd and Jack Black,
Oh no, they're in Anaconda.
they're going to be in the leading the Anaconda coming.
Well, I know at redriverhorror.com, Stacy will be covering Witchboard. They're releasing that. That's
Yeah.
going. I don't know if that's going to be a straight to video or if it's going to get theatrical because that in itself was already a cult classic, but it's one that I love.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how that turns out. The Witchboard remake,
Yeah.
requel, whatever. I don't know what the hell we're doing now. I think Scream, the first Scream back, what would be Scream 5? I think that tried to explain the whole thing. What is it? Jamie Kennedy, Randy's niece, the girl from Yellow Jackets. I think she tries to explain in the fifth Scream movie. So I'm gonna have to run that back and see what we're talking about here. There's requels, there's sequels, there's legacy things. I think, Joe, if I'm not mistaken, either you or Melissa came up originally with the geriatric revenge plot, and I like that a lot. That's really, really good.
Yeah, that was my thing with Halloween.
Yeah, geriatric revenge plot, because then it happened in Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw. Yeah.
So
Yeah. But yeah, and then
sorry.
there's some sequels that are also out that do not need to exist, like Final Destination Bloodlines. So, and that's going to be what, Black Phone 2.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't.
not looking forward to that at all, but I'm going to watch it.
I'll watch it too. Just like yeah. No, I will.
And then wait, Megan 2.0 definitely didn't need a sequel.
No, and I don't think I'm gonna watch that even. I don't.
Uh,
We covered it a lot at redriverhorror.com. You can go there to see all the coverage. Saw an interview with Allison Williams up there. Um, yeah, if you want to know about Megan 2.0, go to redriverhorror.com. But no, when that's out on video, I'm not running to put that
okay.
on the screen.
And then one question for you before we start wrapping things up.
Yep.
Do you consider Guillermo del Toro? He's doing Frankenstein, comes out later this year. Would you count that in the horror space?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to at this
Yeah.
point. Even if Frankenstein, as it was written, was not meant to be a horror story, Universal's kind of taken over the whole deal and made it into one of the original the original Universal monsters. So yeah, I'd consider it horror. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, just the way Eggers did Nosferatu, I cannot wait to see how Guillermo del Toro does Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You know, just atmosphere, guys.
He is. I Guillermo del Toro for me, he's hit or miss. Like I don't like heap praise on him the way, but I respect. Hey, mad respect. I know he's one of the biggest players in the space. But his style for me is hit or miss. I I really like the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I don't know if I think he just produced that one, but um Crimson Peak, very visual, very atmospheric. Uh yeah, I could see he would be the right man for something like Frankenstein. I'm
Oh, yeah.
like he always warrants like a watch. Like if Guillermo del Toro makes a film, it's like, okay, well I have to watch it.
This is so perfect for him because if you think of like Pan's Labyrinth or what was the other one that he got his Oscar for?
The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water. Yeah. Like those aren't really horror movies, they're creepy.
Mhm.
So, and again, it's atmosphere and delivery. So it seems like Frankenstein's just perfect for him. So exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Do you want to go over some of the news before we get out? Or
Um,
are you good?
let's skip the news till next time. We had some stories coming up as we approach spooky season, and we'll get into it next time. I think we should probably put a hook in this one. See what I did?
Yeah. Yeah. See what you did there. So that's a good call. So, all righty, everybody. So thanks for listening to episode number 120 of the Red River Horror Podcast. Again, I've been Joe Zakrzewski with Eddie Caiazzo. And remember to keep traveling those channels of fear.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Red River Horror Podcast. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, and share. For great written horror content, go to redriverhorror.com. On Spotify or Apple Music, leave us a comment. Or if you have a thought about the show, just email redriverhorror@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and as always, thank you for following those channels of fear.